Speaking in front of an audience is not easy for everyone. It is even more challenging if you have to deliver a presentation in English as a foreign language. For deaf and hard of hearing English language learners, they have to learn American Sign Language at the same time. This extra burden may arouse negative emotions such as anxiety, fear, frustration, or stress among them. But instructors and interpreters may not always notice these issues. To help instructors and interpreters have greater awareness of the students' negative emotional states, this study proposes using a biosensor-based feedback and examine its feasibility to determine the emotional states of the learners in class. The main research question addressed in this study is, can biosensor-based feedback and other cues be used to determine at what points do deaf and hard of hearing English language learners experience anxiety when delivering a presentation in front of a hearing audience? In this study, 2 participants were recruited from an English language institute in the United States. They are from Saudi Arabia and mainly communicated through Arabic Sign Language and written Arabic. For hearing ability, female participant is experiencing more severe hearing loss than male participant. With cochlear implants, both participants become mild hearing. They were taking a class with 10 other hearing students. Over the course of the semester, the participants were required to deliver individual and paired presentations with hearing students in front of the class. Multiple instruments were used in data collection, including self-reports, biosensor, audio-video recording. As an indicator of anxiety, arousal found in the electrodermal activity was selected among other physiological data. According to the questionnaire results, male participants scored higher anxiety than female participants and the average score of the class. Each participant reported most anxiety-provoking factors as forgetfulness of presentation content and comparison with other students. During the interview, the male student reported that he felt nervous when the instructor took notes, displayed time-remaining cue cards, and showed negative facial expressions during his presentation. Whereas female student felt negative emotions when others were watching her with a judgmental look during her presentation. But in general, she had no time to think about her emotion because she was busy with signing an unfamiliar ASL and glancing at presentation slides written in English during the presentation. After removing motion artifacts of the EDA data, we normalized it and extracted basic and tonic components. Then 10 features of these components of the EDA signals were extracted. The results of feature extraction for each participant are shown in this table. Although male participant reported a higher level of anxiety in the self-report questionnaire, it was not consistent with the EDA data with 10 features because the subjective and information recall bias could be involved in the self-report. The audio-video recorded presentations were manually annotated. The label look indicates the eye contact with the audience, and the label not look shows when the participants are looking at their notes, slides, and co-presenting partner during the paired presentation. As shown in the figures, the normalized EDA signal data was synchronized with the eye gaze annotation to explore at what stages during the task that deaf and hard of hearing English language learners experience anxiety. The V-shaped EDA signal happened when male student was finger spelling letters of English pronounced in ASL, made eye contact with an instructor, and paused and forgot what to sign next. The higher frequency in EDA signal was corresponding to the eye contact annotation. On the other hand, the EDA data of the female student shows fluctuations, and the most frequent EDA signal is matched with the time when the audience was laughing about the funny part of a story in the speech. Higher frequencies in EDA data were observed among both deaf and hard of hearing students while signing ASL. However, the 11 shows high frequency while his partner was presenting and making mistakes such as stuttering and forgetting what to say next. With the findings, the primary contribution of this study is that using physiological arousal can be an innovative approach to explore the emotional state of the learners while performing a presentation in class. This approach can be used by English instructors and ASL interpreters to better understand the emotional states of the deaf and hard of hearing English language learners to provide emotional and instructional support to them.